Hello! Hello, friends! Yo, there's a couple people in here already. We'll turn the music down so we can think. Let me know if that's good or if it's not loud enough. Welcome! Welcome to hanging out together in custom zombies. Come on. I'm a little bit nervous to be live right now. It's a little bit scary. But it's good. It's good. I'm excited. I'm excited for what today might look like. I'm excited for what we might make here today. This is cool. This is exciting. Say hi in the chat if you're here. I'd love to have conversations. Love a good chat. Love a good yarn. Trying to figure out how to get my YouTube chat working. It was here a second ago. That's okay. Ooh. That's alright. Feel free to say hi in the chat if you're here. Welcome. I'd love to see who's hanging out today. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So keen to muck around in the tools today. Probably break some things and then have to watch YouTube videos to fix it off stream. But this is the map. This is the map. Hey, just popping in to say hi, but gotta go my final exam tonight. Oh, what's up? Infinity. What's cracking, homie? What's good? What's your exam on, man? What are you examining? Final exam of like your whole course, bro? That'd be insane. Been a hot minute. Final exam of the whole course. Holy moly, congratulations. Praying that it goes phenomenally. I know, it's Cavi, I know. I know who Infinity is. I always know who Infinity is. Oh my goodness. Does that mean that now that your course is finished, you can be back on the games with the boys? Hey, Destiny's having a final resurgence in literally like a week or two. A week, I think. I'm getting on the desk. That'll be the case. See how results go. Come on. You're going to pass. You're going to do great. You're not just going to pass. You're going to get fantastic results. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Sounds tempting AF. I know, bro. I know. I got you. Well, I might get started doing some building here. Because why not? Because why not? Alright, what I wanted to do today was deck out this little building. Make it all pretty. Catcher, love to see the growth. Oh, love to see you. Hopefully I see you soon on the Discords and we can get gaming. Love you lots, bro. Good luck tonight. Alrighty. So what I'm thinking today, I'm thinking we build out this area. Put some nice things in here. I don't really know what it's going to look like yet. I think I'll just muck around with some things and see how we do. See if we have some fun with it. And then build out this front area as well. Now I have a plan for this area. I showed this off in my last video, but this area is all blocked off, right? You can't get through any of this. Only way up is, or only way past here is through the stairs. So you come up the stairs, go for a walkie, jump off the top bit. So that's now, oh, now I'm stuck in this area. And then what I want to do is have this fully blocked off. There's obviously, you can walk through here now, but I'll have that blocked off. You walk on through, walk around. The only way to get back to where you were before is to come through the broken building, out into this area, and then up and over this. And then you're back here in the more complete and more finished area, right? So that's what I would like to do. That's what I'd like to hopefully finish today. So we can make a video very soon. I've been very busy the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks I've been flat out with work and stuff. Been good. Been nice for the bank account, but it's been bad for everything else. Bad for my custom map. But that's okay. So we're going to do that. I think we're going to flesh out this area. Have a bit of fun with it. You can kind of see the difference in like how it starts versus how it's finished. Which is fun. Good fun. But anyway, this is the area we're working on today. In here. I think I'll start with the outside because I'm just feeling a bit more like the outside the way to go. And I think we should get some painting going. Okay, so that is all the same. Nice. I haven't painted on like material like this before where it's up and down, so I have no idea how it's gonna look, but we'll give it a go. Give it a go. We'll I guess bring up the textures. The decals. And then we'll copy and paste this bad boy. This bad boy right here. Sorry, I'm still kind of waking up this morning, not even gonna lie to you. So you might find me being a little bit slow. We'll duplicate it. Get it to like a nice size first. The grid. There we go. Duplicate it. Why did it? Oh, hold on. I had it on purple mode, in the rotation mode. Alright, we'll duplicate it. Boom, there it is. Line it back up. Lovely. And now, I think we want to make it dark. We want to make it... No. This one? It's been a while since I've done this. Get on the patch. Flatten. Alpha. Alright. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go. Okay, so I see. I've done something wrong here. Figuring this out. It's been a minute. It's been a minute since I've done this patch editing. I think what we might need is a non-decal, actually. I may be tripping. Nope. Okay, so it's not showing up on top. That's weird. Do I have to up one? Oh. No, 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 no. I feel like I've done something wrong here for it to be all wibbly wobbly like this. You know how it's not showing up right there? Or here? If I grab this. Oh, because there's two there. I see. I understand. Okay, let's delete this one. We've got the one. Okay, that makes sense. That makes way more sense now. Okay, we've got the one. There was an extra one chilling there that was hiding. We didn't know about. The level? Yeah, it's level. Okay, cool. This will fix everything. Now I understand. Sorry, I was still waking up. Mind me. Alright, where are we? Grab this big old patch. Now let's duplicate it once. Just once. Plop it right back there. Beautiful. Now we go back to the decals. And now if we cover it in this one. I think this is the one. Could be this one. Oh, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Alright. Now we can start messing with the sand. Start painting things on. Seeing how it starts to look. Kind of like the idea of it wrapping around to this area. We grab hold of that one. Blend them together. Like that. Hey man, loving your vids and hard work. Hey, thank you. Girth Windfire. That's a great name. I love that. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Welcome. First live stream ever. Kind of scared, to be honest, but I'm having fun. Right now I'm painting. It's good fun. Are you a custom mapper yourself? Girth Windfire, the best name I've ever heard. Yo, Alpha, what's up? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. No, but I follow a lot of them. So cool. Hey, that's where I started. I was just following a bunch of creators, loving it, having so much fun. And I thought to myself one day, you know, maybe I could do this. Maybe I could give this a try. And here we are. Here we are. And now, half the internet is looking at me like, when are you going to finish this, bro? And I'm like, ah! Nah, it's good fun. It's good fun. It's worth it is what it is. Let's have a look. Okay. That's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad. Right now, I'm filling out this back area. So this is all the stuff that you would have seen in the videos. But right now, back here, kind of setting this up to have a bit of like a flow to the map, which I'm excited about. And this is kind of the beginnings of that. So this is what I'm thinking. I'd love your opinions, guys. If you're like, oh, that's a terrible idea, tell me. Tell me. This is, I want this to be a community-made map, not just a me-made map, right? So, to get to this area, you drop off this top bit. Go, plop, down here. And here you are. There's a trap here. Here to use. Zombie spawn right there, coming over that barrel. Coming over that box. They come over. And then we got this open area. This area will be blocked off. Don't mind that you can walk right through there. It'll be blocked off. You've got this semi-open area. This is going to be a bit of a market. You can see I've begun the detailings of the market. Coming through here. I think that'll probably be blocked off. This one will be open. Or a door to buy. You got this kind of openish circular area. And the only way to get back into the other area is to go back through this, this door. And then from this door, you can come back over there. Right, PhD is hanging out in here. Possibly forever, maybe not. It looks good anyway. But make something that people don't forget. I'll try. I'll try my very best. I will try. I really wasn't expecting the first video to do so well. To do like 12,000 views. I think it's close to 13,000 now or something crazy. People are loving it, and that's it's kind of daunting because it's making me realize, oh man, I actually have to finish this now. I was, of course, always planning on finishing it, but yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, that's the flow I'm going for, is you drop down, you come around, and then the only way back over is up. So you can't just like drop down here and then be like, oh, I'll just go back the way I came, because you can't. It's blocked off. It adds a bit of variety to the gameplay, I feel like, where you gotta walk around here. Then go back around. So it's a bit of a circular motion in this area, which I think is cool. I don't know, I like that. feel like that adds a bit of unique gameplay to it, where it's not just once a door's open, it's open, you know? Like, okay, that door's open, but now I've got to figure out my way to get back. I think it's cool. But now you guys can see all the ways that I do lazy things in my development. Because right now you might be looking at it like, look at all the detail and things. You're about to see me just copy and paste a bunch of assets across this map. Because they're good assets and they get the job done. Literally what? Alright. I'll have to sink it a little bit because this area is not flat. That? Yeah, that's good. Oh. That's less good. What we might have to do is bring it back up. Like in. Just have it nice and close. Now, doesn't need to be anything crazy. Even that looks like it's floating. Oh, it is. A little bit. There we go. There we go. You know what? We're gonna have to move that. We're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Alright, what we're gonna grab is these. Go up against the wall. These have been like my bread and butter for how I give it the feeling of sand. It's just been copying and pasting these sand piles everywhere. Got an idea of the village size and the flow as well yet? Or just focus on the market area ATM? Well, my idea, right, is you come through here. You're opened up with this area where there's only the one path forward, so you jump over here. What I'd like is for this to really be the main village. It's just kind of this little area, nothing too crazy, because remember the main point of this map is all this stuff over here, and when you're going to go underground. And so you start off in this area, and your options are to go to the village or to go down into the pit. And so when we come through, I think this area will probably just be quite aesthetic in terms of like, you know, there's a perk machine. There'll be some Easter egg stuff here, of course, when the Easter egg happens. But there's not a whole lot going on because it's like set dressing to come through and be like, wow, this village looks cool. This looks really nice. That's my goal. Make people feel like this looks nice. You come through here. And then this area, I'd love for there to just be a destroyed, like, crack in the ground right over here. Like, this is just destroyed and broken, and that leads down into, like, cracked earth, down into the rest of the map down here, right? That's how I'd like it to be. It's like the village, you'll be able to see the village continues on out there, but you won't be able to play that area. Or maybe not. Maybe we'll figure out some cheeky things. Same with out here. There'll be some stuff going on here, but it won't be playable. The actual playable village space won't be huge. It'll kind of be these two main areas. So like this front area, or three areas. This area here, inside that building, and then out here, like the market. And then it'll come out and lead into the cracked earth that leads underground. I'm thinking right here as well, because the village was like an add-on that I wasn't originally planning on doing until the community was like, let's do a village. So I'm like, okay. I'll also have the robot's leg out here, and it'll be kind of part of the set, in a sense. Maybe like half in the hole or something like that, but the robot's leg will play a part, and I think it'll look really cool. Be something maybe you can even interact with, which I think will be fun. But I love the way that the robot's like leaning over the map. I think that's sick. I think that's really cool. And the fact that it's not just going to be only here, but it'll extend to through here as well, I think will be great. I think that'll be really fun. So I hope that answers your question of what this village area is going to look like. Make the player explore the map. The way that they see the whole map and not just one spot. Yeah. I know when I play, I find a spot that I like. Normally don't move from that spot unless I have to. Yeah, that's kind of something I've been thinking about, honestly, with this map, is how to give people, like, enjoyment traversing the map and not feel like they just have to stay in one spot. This map's already quite close quarters. It might not look like it at all times, but it's quite a close quarters map. A lot of these lanes and stuff are very small. Like, you can only fit 1 or 2 zombies through. But just things like this. Like, I've got the moon jump pad, which launches you up, but then also gives you some other secrets if you use it correctly. Like, I don't want someone to be sitting here doing something in this area of the map and think, oh, I have to go all the way up there to get the thing I want. They could just plop on the jump pad and zoom on over. I don't know. I want to give players options. You can run there if you want, or you can take the jump pad and have it that way. But yeah, I want to give players options. So I hope that makes sense. Robot's foot meant to crack, create the crack/fissure. Yeah, I think so. Maybe like showing that is how it happened, or maybe showing that it's something else. Also, I just realized, Dyson's, welcome. I didn't say hi. Welcome. I think it'll give the impression of like the robot's foot cracked it, but maybe not. We'll see. Have you planned out the Easter egg yet, or are you waiting till you finish the mapping? I've got some ideas. I've got some really fun ideas. The thing is I'm not a very good scripter. I really enjoy making the maps. A lot of the features and stuff in my map are other people's scripts, other people's things that you can grab off the modding Discord for free. And people love sharing the work as long as you credit them for it. So I've got lots of features. Like, I'm pretty sure these ones are either Midget Blaster or Wet Egg. But yeah, I'm not a great scripter. It takes me a long time to script. I have to like go watch a video to teach me how to do it, and then make a million mistakes, do it again till I get it right. But so I guess when it comes to the Easter egg, I've got some ideas, but I don't know what's actually possible because I'm not fluent in scripting. And so when it gets to that point, once the map is complete, other than the Easter egg, then I'll reach out to someone that I can hire who can do the scripting for me, who can make a good Easter egg, and then I'll ask them, hey, these are my ideas, what's possible? And so then we'll kind of build out the Easter egg together, me and that person, or those people, and have a lot of fun with it. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah, environmental storytelling is something I am passionate about. Something I really try to incorporate as best as I can. I'm not a game developer or world designer by trade. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. And so I'm learning, but I always try to be like, why is this fire here? There's not just fire here. I'll put a plane there. A plane crashed, you know? Would you be open to adding or modifying the map if they want to add like a boss fight area or things like that? Oh, 100%. I would love to, like, I'm planning there should be a boss fight. It all comes down to what's possible through myself and through other people. I'm sure someone will be willing to be hired to script a boss fight, because I would not know how to do that. But I'm sure someone would be willing to. And then we'll just have some fun with it. Would you break up with someone? Guys, this is Vex. Emissary Vex is someone who has been hanging out with me since the days I used to stream on Twitch. And Vex loves to give me questions. Would you break up with someone if they use their genie wish to cancel the new Stargate TV show? Oh, I didn't even know there was a Stargate TV show. I'm sorry, I'm not a Stargate person. So the answer is no, I wouldn't break up with them. Because it's not my usual thing. Looking for some good rocks to throw in here. That's a good one. Not bad, not bad. We'll rotate. Okay, the other way. Some things sticking out on this side. Nice, that looks good. Amazon cancelled it today. Oh, I'm so sorry. Are there any tips or tricks that made lighting click for me? Yo, welcome, friend. Welcome. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sixu7884. Breaking up with Amazon's gonna be a little bit hard, bro. I love Amazon Prime so much. Or like not Prime Video, but like shopping on Amazon using Amazon Prime. It's my favorite thing in the world. Any tips that made lighting click for me? I don't really know. I think I've gotten better throughout this project. Like, for example, I hope this will translate well. Let me zip on over to this room in here, right? Like, I'm pretty proud of this lighting. I feel like this looks really pretty. This looks really nice. And if I go to my screenshots, I'll bring it up off screen. Don't want you guys to see anything sus. Just kidding. I don't have anything sus, I promise. But just in case. Just in case. Yeah, I'll bring it up here. So this one. This is how this place started. This room. Lighting still coming through the roof. Same idea, same premise. Torch on the wall, everything. So this is how it started, and like this is how it's going. After like iterating, moving the lighting, changing the way that I did the lighting. Just kind of like trying things over and over and over again until I feel like I'm happy with it. And now I feel like I'm really happy with it. I feel like it's come a long way. I feel like it has a lot more like ambiance to it, or however you say that word. Adding things like the candles and the 115 rock, giving them light and particle effects to make them seem more real. Save. Okay. Saved. And yeah. And so I don't think there was anything specifically that clicked. I feel like it was more just keep iterating on things until I'm happy with it. Personally, I think a start with lighting is motivation. Firstly, in intended tone, of course, but then afterwards making sure it's always got a logical source. Yeah, 100%. Like the light coming, like the torch, the candles, the 115 rock, and of course the shaft coming through the hole in the roof. Not being afraid to leave some dark space here and there. Yeah, agreed. And sometimes I've found like adding things in the environment, like models and things, can actually really help with lighting. Like, I think a big reason that this spot looks better is also because of the pillars I put on the side there. Now, yeah, the lighting is just better in general, but putting those pillars there also just gave the room a bit more shape, which helps with the lighting. I hope that makes sense. I hope that answers your question. But yeah, I don't think there was anything that like just clicked and now I understand lighting. I think I'm still learning. I'm still figuring it out. Like I was having an issue with the reflection probes here where no matter what I did, there was a line here. And I just kept trying and trying and trying. Use probe only lights. I have no idea. Actually, I have no idea if I use probe only lights. I don't even know if that's a thing you can do. As in like in the entity info, you can toggle like probe only or something. I have no idea. The light bounces very nicely on the left pillar. Creates some depth. Yeah, it does. And that wasn't even intentional. I put the pillar there. I was like, oh, this looks good, you know? A lot of the things that look good in this map, I plopped them somewhere and I was like, wait a minute, that looks good. Kept going. Weird that you went with the human statue and not the elephant statue. Do you mean the Sphinx? I also don't know how to rip models very well. So I've been using models and things that other people have ripped. So if anyone has a great tutorial for ripping models so I can start getting a bit more variation, that would be great. But no pressure. Actually had the legendary Madgaz contact me recently, which was quite a cool moment to be contacted by someone that I look up to. And he taught me how to make the variation in terrain here. Yeah, it's all like the hills going up into the thing, which is really cool. He sent me some tutorials, walked me through some things, gave me some tips, which was really, really cool. The interior statue? Oh, that one. True. Oh, that's a keeper. It's a keeper from the Apothecons, or the Apothecocons as they're called in Revelations. So you'll actually notice my map is quite flat here. This is all, like, you'll see I've added a lot of models and things to give it some texture, some variation. But it's a very flat map, and that's because I just didn't know how to make variation and how to give it good levels of height variation. I didn't know how to do that. So you'll see everything's like, it just, you know, cuts straight square down there, and then cuts straight square down here. And then, you know, the same thing here. Just like, just very rigid, jagged levels. And that's all I'd been able to do. And so it's very, 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 very flat. And so then only recently, thanks to Madgaz, because he sent me a message and was like, yo, let me help you put some variation in, as he taught me how to do this. So now I know how to do this to make these variations in the terrain. And so one, I'll make everything from here on out using these techniques. But then two, I will probably at some point go back and add some height variation and things to the terrain in there, especially with the idea of this feeling like sand, right? For it to feel like sand, it needs to have some variation. Death Dealer is good with ripping models and mapping if you want to chat with him. Speaking of which, are you looking forward to Death Dealer's Bioshock? Oh, is he the Bioshock guy? Yes. 100% Bioshock 1, 2, and even Infinite. I love Infinite. Bioshock's one of my favorite games ever. And the second I saw that project, I was like, that it looks insane. And so, yes, very keen. Awesome. I might hit Death Dealer up. I don't really want to, like, just ask people to rip models for me. I'd rather learn, you know? I'd rather learn how to rip models. Because I feel like that wouldn't take forever. Maybe it will. If it takes forever, then I'll like, hire people to do it for me. But yeah, no, very excited for that map. That looks incredible. Put an elephant statue in and refuse to address it. I'll just put it in the most random space I can think of. Flat is 100% fine. Most FPS games are flat. Yes and no. You know, recently, the creator of a lot of the Call of Duty Zombies that I love, Jason Blundell, a lot of you guys will know this, was doing... what rank is Subnautica now? What does that mean? What do you mean rank? Yeah, I mean, he's a good person to ask for tips. He's open to it. Oh, awesome. Fantastic. I will definitely hit him up then, without a doubt. One of my favorite game developers, yeah. Jason Blundell, who made some of the best maps, did like the recent interviews. I'm sure you guys will know this if you're fans of zombies. And something he was talking about, which really got me thinking about my map, is like long and uninterrupted sightlines and how they try to avoid that. So for example, this area, you come through this door and you've got this entire stretch from here to there of just an uninterrupted, easy headshot machine. And so I'm like, man, no, one of my all-time favorites. Not my all-time favorite. I love Bioshock. It's not my favorite. It's one of my favorite game series. Sorry if I misspoke. Love Bioshock. So very keen for that. Subnautica is still my favorite game of all time. Don't you worry, Vex. Don't you worry. And so yeah, he's talking about the uninterrupted sightlines. That got me thinking like, okay, the least I need to do is to come back to this space and make it less flat so that when you're running along, you're bobbing up a little bit, bobbing up and down, and so it's not super easy to get headshots. But I'll come back to all that stuff. I only just learned how to do this patch editing to actually make things varied, thanks to Madgaz, the legend. And so I'll go back and do that at some point. But I'm going to keep focusing on pushing forward for now. My goal is to have this village, plus the spawn room and the beginning of that tunnel, playable within the next, like fully playable from start to finish within the next week or so I can put that as like my first thing on Patreon. For those of you who don't know, I started a Patreon, which is exciting. Never done that before. But yeah, keen to get this all sorted so we can get that out to people, and hopefully people are keen to jump in and have fun. Your secret area idea with the jump pad was cool. I thought so. I felt pretty proud with that one. That was something that I had the idea of from like day one. one of the first things I built was this spawn point. Like, literally the first things I had on my map was this triangle-ish area. Completely unfinished and unready. Just kind of sitting there. With, like, the plane sitting outside of it. And then this spawn point. And I was like... I don't know, at first my idea was like, I love the idea of a spawn point where the zombies jump down. That's cool. That's in lots of zombies maps, and I think it's fun. And then my brain went, what if you could get up there? How would I get up there? And then I started looking into jump pads and seeing if anyone had made jump pads, and then I saw that these moon ones are jump pads that give you control. Rather than just sending you to a space. Because, you know, some jump pads, like in Revelations, for example, they take you up and they send you to the exact point right here. Boom. But these ones, they give you some, because they're from moon, they give you some variation you can move. So I was like, what if I made it so that it throws you in this spot right here? But if you control it, you could get up here and have a secret room. And so, I don't know. I love that kind of stuff. I think secret rooms are fantastic. I don't want to make all the jump pads have secret rooms. I reckon I'll have like 2 or 3 secret rooms via jump pads and then find other ways to do secret rooms as well. I have an idea for solving a problem as well, but I think I'm already breaking that solution. There's the classic crowd who's like, we like a 4 perk limit, no more than 4 perks, and then you got to do Easter eggs to find more perks. And then there's the more modern crowd who's like, I love the idea of filling my whole roster out with perks and having 10 perks that I can just go and buy them. And I was like, how do I please both crowds? Because that's a really hard thing to do. And my thought was, if I have 4, 5, maybe 6 perks ready to buy just straight away, you can go and buy these perks. They're just sitting there, and then hid other perks behind secret rooms. So it's like, once you know where they are, you just go get them from the secret room. And so it's, you just buy it, but you kind of got to do a little bit of work to get it. So it kind of hopefully pleases both crowds, where it's like, okay, for those of you who want the older experience of only a few perks and then you can do things to get more perks, like you gotta put a bit of work in, but then kind of give the illusion to the other crowd who just wants all the perks that you just go and do it. Have you experimented with LUTs at all? No, I have no idea how to apply LUTs. I do want to apply them at some point, especially to give these spawn areas deeper blacks and better shadows. Because when I'm making my thumbnails for YouTube and stuff, I just crank the shadows so that it gives it like more depth. But I'd love to do that with like in-game to make these shadows a lot deeper, a lot darker. But I'm not fussed about that yet. Maybe that's something we'll do at a later state. But sorry, let me read these messages I've not kept up with. I think the secret rooms is great. Fits really well with the pyramid/tomb theme. Yeah, I think so too. I think what's an Indiana Jones tomb adventure without secret rooms, right? Reminded me of the Call of the Dead remastered Easter egg where it takes you to the shrine. That's a map I'm yet to actually play. I have seen the George Romero shrine. I think that's cool. But that's something that I'm yet to actually play, is the Call of the Dead remaster. I think I actually have it installed, but I haven't played it yet. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to give that a go. The people who don't want more than 4 perks can, I don't know, not buy more than 5 perks. I love OG Zombies, but 6 perks is the best. 6 perks is a good limit. Is a good, like, middle ground, I think. Yeah, no, I fully agree with you, Trident. Also, welcome. Welcome, Trident. I fully agree with you that, like, yes, we could just not buy the perks. But then I'm also like, if I have an idea to try and appease both crowds, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. If one side gets angry, that's okay. But I think the goal should always be to try and find a middle ground. So that's what I'm going to try and do. Well, I can't speak. The success could vary, but I'll give it a go, you know? Could be a cool idea, IMO. I'm always a fan of innovating on the mode's formula, and I don't think I've seen the hide the perks idea before. Yeah. They wouldn't be like super hidden, and they'd be easy to get to. So it's like, you know, it's not like oh, I have to go do this 10-step Easter egg to get, like, Deadshot. No. You could do extra perk slot side Easter eggs. Yeah, see, I thought about that. About limiting it to 4 perks or 6 perks, and then doing a side Easter egg to get your perk. You know, like Origins. I've got dig sites in the map as well, and so I could literally do the dig site perk with blood money and stuff. Not blood money, zombie blood and stuff. I could do that, or I could try something new. And so we'll see. We'll see what I end up going with. But you know, I also, like, it's alpha here, I want my screen full of perks at one point, you know? Like, I'd love for it to be, once you get to the end game, you know, you're ready to just start doing rounds. You've got just your screen covered in perks. I love that kind of stuff, you know? I don't know if you guys saw my recent devlog as well, but I've also got really cool perk shaders, the tomb ones that you can, not from the tomb, but like ones that kind of give like a tomb vibe. I think they look really good. They look really fun. Don't worry, someone is always going to be angry over anything. It's true. If there's one thing that the zombies community has over every other community, we are passionate people. But yes, I fully agree. We'll figure out a way. Basically what I'm saying, there's not going to be a perk limit in terms of like you can only get 4 or only get 6. There'll be a way to get every perk in the map. We'll figure out how it goes. You seen the perk shaders? They're peak. They're really cool. I didn't make them. I got them from a guy on DevRaw. By the way, anyone who's trying to make maps, DevRaw is the place to get your assets. It's so good. Again, all you got to do is credit the people when you do it. But yeah, they're fantastic. Such a good time. Let me find them for you. Here they are. These bad boys. I wish there was a bigger picture, but yeah. Those are the perk shaders. I think they look really clean. And I really like the look of them. And so I added those into my map. And there are a couple perks, like, because I've got Black Ops 7 perks in here. I think Black Ops 6 perks as well. I've got Melee Macchiato and Wisp Tea. And they didn't have icons for that. So I did have to learn how to make icons, which was fun. So I did that. I grabbed the icons and I made perk shaders for those, which is fun. So I have done some custom work on it, but very bare minimum. Very cool perk shaders though. Big fan of those. I told a friend I would play Subnautica with them. Thank you for streaming, even if it's on YouTube. Go have fun, Vex. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. All right, I want to add some down here. Right there. Alright, what we might need to do. Give it some lean. You see how right here, it's hovering? Might be hard to see, but it's hovering. So I gotta get a lean. The goal is to have it all underneath or in the sand. Yeah, that's good. Nice. Thank you, Windows Security. That one? Maybe? Yeah, cool. Figuring out what's going to look best in this area in terms of detailing the sand and stuff. All right. Now, what do I want this area to look like is the question. I've got this beginning of a little market here. But I'm thinking, like, should I have stalls all on here? I've just put this model here as, like, a thing. so it doesn't have to stick around, but yeah. Keep up the good work, my dude. It's getting pretty late here. Peace, everyone. Thank you for hanging out. It's Alpha, your legend. Excited to do more live streams and hang out with you guys more. Let's have a great night. Yeah, when I decided that the free time I was going to use today is to stream, I realized it's like the middle of the night for everyone over in America, or the night's beginning, and it's like 3 a.m. in the UK, and according to YouTube statistics, my audience is majority US and quite a lot of UK, and so everyone's asleep, but that's okay. I thought I'd just do it anyway, give it a stream anyway, see how it goes. All right. So, what I might do is just put some little details around. Actually, no, we'll go in here. We'll go in here. Let's start decking this area out. What I kind of want this to be is a funnel. So you come straight in, you can buy your perk, and then you go straight out. Not faffing about with like sitting in this room a lot or spending a lot of time in this room. I definitely want it to be a bit of a funnel. So let's just get some tables. See what we got. Table. Now the hard part is finding a table that doesn't look out of place in a Egyptian village style area. I'm playing Brutal Wolfenstein, like the hardest difficulty while I watch this. It's a mod for Wolfenstein 3D. But I saw a chandelier hanging above me and decided to kick it. It fell off and crushed me. Amazing. Amazing. Gotta find a good table, guys. Where are the tables at? Autos? I feel like this has been the hardest part for things in this map. I have been finding models that actually fit the theme. Like, what would you actually find in an Egyptian village? I don't know. I don't know. This bad boy. That's not bad. That looks pretty good. That looks realistic. I feel like that's something you would find in this place, you know? And there's another one, another size. Nice. All right. Those will be the beginnings. I'm curious if you thought about the village's role in the map's narrative. Is it a market that strips 115 from the pyramid to sell it? Did they build the pyramid or something else? Well, some things have changed. There is no longer a pyramid here. It's now just a cave. Ooh. So this is now just going to be a dig site. I think the pyramid that I did have there, I'll probably put it inside and make it a lot smaller because it's the Drak pyramid, right? I'll probably still use it, just make it smaller. Change the textures on it as well to make it sand colored. Go with that fun stuff now that I know how to change textures on things. But yes, I would like to think that the market has been selling 115, hence the rock here and stuff like that. And a rock in that broken box there as well. I would like to think that they have been digging out, you know, rocks of 115 and selling them. That's kind of what I was going for. And you know, I guess bringing the carnage of a zombie apocalypse on themselves. To be fair, people watching for a first mapping stream is really good. Most people are lucky to get 20. You're already halfway there when most people are sleeping. True. I'll take it. I'm honestly, I don't even know what to think. Like when I put that first video out and there was nothing but people just being so positive and loving towards the content, I was just shook. I was like, what the heck? Why are people so kind? And so yeah, so it's been awesome motivation to keep going, keep making things. And you know, not that I wouldn't have been doing anyway. I'd been making this for a long time at this point, but it just shook me in the best way possible, you know? And so the fact that anyone is here, I wasn't expecting anyone today. So the fact that anyone is here chatting with me is just awesome. I'm very, very grateful. Every single one of you for just hanging out and being a part of this. So I'll use these tables as kind of like an outline of what I'm thinking. They won't be here in the final, but like a pretty streamlined area, right? You come through the door and you're kind of like shaped in to the PhD machine, where it's like, all right, your options are go through this PhD machine and then kind of back out and around, or just traverse straight through to get to the next section. Those are your options. And so the reason I want to do that is because I want to keep things tight, close quarters, Mob of the Dead inspired, you know, where it's like expansive map, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's lots of open space for you to train. There's just a few good spots. I think that's a good narrative approach, sort of the Origins route. Dug too deep. Yeah, literally. Exploit the resource, reap the consequences. Love it. Love it. That's pretty much what I'm going for. And something I don't think I spoke about in any of my videos, but, you know, there's quite a lot of 115 hanging around here, because this is like the beginning of the dig site, I guess. But the village, I wanted to not have tons of 115 everywhere, because, you know, they've got a crate of it here, a couple crates sitting around with 115 around them or on them, things in the market and stuff, but for it to not be like a blue area, because the idea is that the corruption level up here is pretty low, it's pretty chill, a little bit of corruption, but it's mostly just like a destroyed village with some 115. But the deeper you go, it's going to become like blue out here, you know? It's going to be like, once we're deep in the caves, it's going to be like a blue map, you know? There's just going to be so much 115 going on, so much stuff that, it's got, I guess, like the deeper you go, the more corrupted it gets, you know? And some other surprises. I have a surprise or two I'm planning that I think when people see it, they're going to be like, what the heck? I was just not expecting that. Maybe for better, maybe for worse, but but I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. So now let's get some other models around here that we can be using to fill this place out. Honestly, I see this right here. The Origin Stone Tablet. Let's just grab one of those. We'll plop it over here. Oops. Plop it over here for now. There we go. I'll just leave it there so we don't forget about it. But I might plop that on a table at some point. We'll definitely chuck one of these in and one of these in, I think. Bit of bread. One of these bad boys. I like chucking them in lots of places. These ones that like sit on the tables. I think they're really cool. Could put a ritual table somewhere. Got a jar. I think we'll definitely put a jar in here. Assemble them together quickly. Are we? Oh, right there. Oh. Boom. There we go. Got a jar. Move that bad boy over there. Sound smart keeps the areas feeling different. The village can feel a lot more alive and busy through close quarters buildings and market, and the cave tomb more natural with the 115. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's the goal. That's the goal, is to have the areas feel distinct. Still coherent, so you know it's part of the same map, but distinct enough that you're like, okay, this is clearly the tomb area. Not just based off the fact that it's underground, but the fact that it's lit differently and it looks different, you know? Oh, that's a nice looking urn. We're definitely going to use that. That's nice. I just want to fill this place with stuff, with like junk. Almost like a whole bunch of stuff has been hoarded here. Like a bit of a storage room for people. How big is this? Oh, it's tiny. Put a pool table in there. It's a cool table. I like that. Not for this project, but it's a cool table. Alright, if we type in ritual, see what we find in the ritual section. These look kind of cool. These masks. Maybe to hang one of these on the wall or something. I don't know. It's probably not Egyptian themed. And I was getting scolded. Not really. I had like 1 or 2 comments be like, hey, that plane is Japanese. It shouldn't be here. I was like, guys. Guys. I don't have a Japanese plane sitting around. But no, I understand. I fully get people wanting to have it be historically accurate. I fully get that. All right, let's go jar. I like the idea of all these jars and things being around. Obviously not modern looking ones, but what is that? A banner? Just a little smiley dude. That's cool, I guess. We won't use that though. What is this? A Chinese one, cool. A pot. We got these ones. These ones I'm already using in other areas of the map, so we will grab them though. Because they're good assets to have in here. A little collection of assets is coming along nicely. Let me button this one so we can see everything a bit better. Turn the lighting off. Get all these pots in. What's good is these are very scalable. Rather than just having the exact same size pots everywhere hanging around, I can scale this one down, for example, and that makes it feel like a whole different pot. In the ground a little bit, but that's fine. These are not where it's going to be placed. This is me just collecting some assets to start plopping around. How does that look in the lighting? Bit green. Bit green. We'll keep it. We might shove it in the back somewhere. So it's not super... Yeah, like even right there, like you plop it behind some things and it doesn't really stick out like as much of a sore thumb anymore, you know? We'll use that. Handbags, things like that. I'm gonna see if I can lure someone under the chandelier and drop it on them. Send it. Take a video of it. Get them good. Is that a grenade? That is a grenade. Crazy. Got more pots. Terracotta is a good color, I feel like. Because I think it will, yeah, blend in nicely. Another one. Lots of pots and things. Well, that one looks nice. Plop you in there. Nice. Lots of pots. What, cauldron? Pretty cool. That's a cool looking pillar. I don't think I've seen that before. Ooh. Oh no, that looks good. Sometimes things look really bad in this mode. And I'm like, oh, what the heck is that? And then you check it out here and you're like, oh no, that looks good. I think these are from the Revelations boss fight. That's what that looks like. It's cool. These spires from the Revelations area as well. Very cool. Very cool. I feel like one of the most untalked about parts of mapping is the desire to just fill your map with everything. Just be like, I want everything in this map because all these things are so cool. These assets that Treyarch has made and that other people have made are just so cool. And so I just want to put everything in. Is that a map? Oh, I want a map. Crate of potatoes. Let's do it. Put that in this area as well. Potatoes. Love to see it. This is a good plant. I have this plant in other areas. I will put it here because I feel like it looks nice, you know? Suits the area a bit. Alright, let's grab a crate or two. I hear spell crate. Crate or two. Find a good one. Yeah, it's called model spam. You see it a lot from more newbie mappers. I think it just takes time, you know. For those of you who don't know, I have released a map before. Let me bring it up. Let me show you guys. Let me flex the map. To the workshop. So this, what I'm making now is my second map that I've ever made. Items you've posted. This map, you might have played it before. Maybe not. This is the first map I ever made. And I loved it. And I did really well. But if I was to go back and play this map now, all I would see are the mistakes. All I would see are the mistakes. Lots of model spam, lots of things that I don't love. The lighting's not great. Like, it's not terrible lighting. It looks pretty good. But, you know, I look back on this and I'll be like, bro, this is just not it. This is not it. There's so much I would change. And hey, maybe that'll be my next project. Maybe I'll remake this map, like, from scratch. Start it again. But, hey, if you want to play some of my work, Hafen des Grauens, which in German I think means Dock of the Dead. It did alright. 29,000 people looked at it. 2,500 are still subscribed to it, which is pretty cool. It's in a lot of favorites. It got a lot of good comments, a lot of bad comments. But so yeah, if you want to play some of my work on the Black Ops 3 workshop, that's there to play already. Go have fun. I enjoyed making it. Even since, like, making that back in, 2023 is when I made it. The difference between, like, even my scripting knowledge and stuff is so different. So different. I would do everything different, literally. Even down to, like, my file structure. The way that I structure my files and everything, I'd do it completely different. I remember when I finished that map, and I was like, for my next map, which then I didn't touch the tools for like 2 years. I was like, for my next map, I'll delete everything. And I did. I deleted the whole, like, I don't even have that map's files anymore. I got rid of everything because I was like, that project is done. It's finished. It's, as far as I'm aware, bug-free now. I'm sure there are some bugs somewhere. But I moved on from it. I was like, I'm done. And then I ended up not touching the tools for like 2 years because I just got busy with life. And then when I came back and started making this map, I was like, I'm going to do it right. I'm going to do it different. But it was good fun. Randomly awesome. Welcome. Welcome. That's how I feel about my most recent map. People seemed to be really, really love it. But I'm like, damn, it could have been so much better. What's your map called, bro? What map have you made recently? Watch it just be like the most insane map I've ever seen in my life. I think the journey of every artist is to pause in the middle of your current project, look back on your last one and think, man, that sucked. Yeah, I agree. Oh, Canvas. You're the guy who made Canvas. I played that map. That's a cool map. I love the concept. The concept is very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, well done. Great work. Yeah, I just love the concept of like going through the paintings. It's so cool. Very well done. Very well done. Yeah, I'm much more moved to try something that has a great concept behind it over like it being perfect, you know? The lighting and the villas make me cringe still. Oh, bless. That's the thing. Like, you can always either go back and change it, go back and fix it, or like, you know, improve it in your next project. But I think a good concept stands out over a pretty map, you know? As much as I'm like, you know, going out of my way to try and make this map as pretty as possible, you know? Trying to fill it with nice things and make it all the particles and everything, make it look nice. Like, if the gameplay is boring, then people will look at it and be like, wow, this is pretty, and then never touch it again. And that's okay. Like, if that's your goal, is to just make something pretty, that's fine. But, you know, I think about all the video games that are like PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 era that kind of look rough nowadays, but people still play them and love them. You know, like Mario 64, for example. People love that game, even though it looks, you know, objectively to today's standards, it looks bad. But for its time, it looked good. But people are still going to love playing it because the gameplay is so good and because the concept is so good and the way that it all comes together is fantastic. And so, you know, it looking pretty is important, but it's on the lower end of what is important because a pretty pile of poo is still a pile of poo. But a gold nugget that's a little rough around the edges is still a gold nugget. I hope that makes sense. All right, let's move some of these things around. Actually, we'll get a crate in first. I want to put a nice crate in the back. Just fills the space nicely. It's a bit lazy, but that's okay. Something in the back to just take up some space, you know? Crates are my favorite thing to do that with. I really like the Origins crates. I might use one of them. They seem to be my fallback. Always using those. But, we'll have a look. We will have a look. Maybe some of these ones. These ones are pretty good. The Shadows of Evil ones, they're cool. Yeah, I'll take fantastic gameplay or art direction over the greatest graphical quality. Yeah, for real, for real. Dead of the Night isn't graphically a top contender, but the art direction makes it so good. Agreed. Have you seen the new custom map Madhouse? It's fun. I have not. I have not. What makes it fun? What's fun about it? These are the crates I've been using quite a lot. I guess you could say I've been model spamming them a little bit, but to be honest, they don't really fit here. What do you guys think would be in the back of a building like this? In like the back corners, you know? What do you guys think? It's like a Verrucht reimagining. Oh, I think I saw it, but I definitely haven't played it. Let me. Steam. Let's have a look, shall we? The new Steam Workshop is confusing me, bruh. Little bags of grain or something. It has fuses. Madhouse here has fuses you collect to open perk doors. Oh, fun! There you go. Someone's done the thing I was thinking about. Perk is that? Yeah, right. So it's like a... It is Verrucht. It's like a reimagining of it. Cool. Ooh, that's new. That's new. Ooh, must be like an underground. That's cool. Very cool. I'll keep this in mind for something to play later. Very cool. The new Steam Workshop is objectively better, but it's a bit jarring, the changes. Yeah, I know. I'm just getting used to it. It is cool though, isn't it? I like that Big old Gabe is never looking to stay stagnant, but always looking to change things. Did you keep up with the Blundell mapping contest, and did you have a personal favorite from it? Oh, I kept up with it. I haven't played any of the maps, I don't think, but I did watch Jason play some of the maps, and I watched some of the other ones. I think for me, I think with more time, the space station one, I forgot its name. With more time to flesh out that idea, make it more playable. Obviously, this was a 30-day challenge, so, you know, there was only so much you could do. But to give that map a fully fleshed out version, man, that map is phenomenal. The space station one with the jetpacks and stuff. Very cool. Very cool. I would love to see a fully fleshed out proper version of that with good features, good map design, all that kind of stuff. All rolled into it, all like, you know, polished. International, same here. Get rid of the jetpack deaths and it's awesome. Yeah, and I think with iterations and with gameplay testing, all that kind of stuff, a lot of that stuff would be ironed out. But for a 30-day thing, it's phenomenal. Project Blunder Easy was my favorite. Which one was that? Which one was Blunder Easy? I did actually, I lied. I played Mad Gaz's map. That one was really cool as well. I really like the idea of the swapping between the realms. Very cool. I did have to, like, figure out... I had to Google the Easter egg, because there was something I couldn't find. I forgot what it is. But there was something I was just stumped on for so long. So I just gave up and Googled it. Great map, though. Really good. Project Blunder Easy. Alright, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. That one was sick. The one with the brain Easter egg under the hotel. Yep. No, that one was fantastic. And, I don't know if you caught it during the stream, his first map ever as well. Insane. Absolutely insane. I think Blundell had some good feedback for it too. Finding ways to open up the space, especially early on so it's not constantly tight quarters. For the international one, yeah, agreed. Yeah, I chatted with him. Cool dude, very talented. Yeah, fantastic. Clearly, like, knows how to script, because there was a lot of, like, custom scripting in there. Alright, let's begin filling this space out. I think we obviously don't want it to be like just a straight line. We want to have a bit of curvature to it. Let's start there. Kind of go like that. Is that as tall as it gets? It is, yeah. Quite a short one. A short king, as they say. Maybe we swap them around then. Swap you there. Swap you here. So we can put some things behind it. Alright, I'm just going to be moving things around. Don't get too attached to some of these. They might move entirely off stream as well. But I'm just going to be plopping things in areas and seeing what looks good where. That right there. Green one. This is what I was thinking. If we put this behind some things, a nice pop of green, but not overpowering. Put you up on the table, or even down here. Let's put you down here. I thought there was a very good Black Ops 1/2 style map that didn't make the stream cut. It was just called Under Over. But it's a fissure in a city that leads to a little mining town. Oh, berry desk. Oh, I did not even see that one. It had really awesome map design choices, like having to do a jump off a ramp to reach Pap. All right, let's have a squiz. Let's have a squiz. Just called Under Over. Hey, that might be difficult. Give it a go. Under Over. Oh, right here. This is the one, hey? Oh yeah, that looks like the one. Okay. By Caleb. Yep, Caleb. There you go. I like it. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, death barrier. Oh my gosh, guys, when I released that very first map that I did, it's so funny the things you don't realize when you're playtesting it yourself. I never did any playtesting or anything with that first map. I just played it a bunch myself, got my friend to play it with me, and then just released it. Turns out, this is gonna sound so silly, but the map's a circle, right? You can go left, you can go right. When I went left, which is the way that I always went, I would go left, I'd go around, and I'd end up at Pap. And then if I went right, I would go right, I'd go around and end up at Pap. But what I didn't realize was that if you went halfway left and then came back around and went right, it broke the way that the zones work, and it would send people into a death barrier. And I had no idea how I'd done that, how to fix it, or anything like that. And I was talking to Sphinx at the time, who was helping me with some of my map stuff. Legend, by the way. Sphinx is awesome. And I like frantically messaged Sphinx like an hour after the map had released, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I've done this, please help me. And the Legend of course just came through and was like, here, just do this, just knows his stuff and just help me fix it. But man, it was so funny that just because I always go left in my map, I had never thought about what happens if you go right. And so when people went right, because people are different, it was a bit of a shock to the system that my map had not been tested enough. And so with this map, we will test it thoroughly. You guys will be testing it thoroughly, which will be a lot of fun. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Something about layering objects, you know, like a little pot in front, big pot behind, just looks so good, you know? Always looks good. Pop this bad boy where we want him. I reckon right about there. No way it's perfect height straight away. Nah, it's not, but that's okay. Is down about there. Looks good. Again, a lot of this stuff might move around anyway, so don't get too attached to any of it. That's me telling myself as much as I'm telling you. Oh, okay. The floor end. Down there. Righty then. How did you get so talented at the radiant / mapping part? I still find myself struggling at lighting and detailing. I have no idea. I just kept adding things. I don't know. I think I've always had like an eye for details. I like when something looks good. And often I don't settle for it not looking good. If that makes sense. So I'd often rather than release something that I'm like, it'll do. I'm like, no, I'm a stickler for details. I will go through and I'll add the details and I'll try and make it as good as I possibly can, you know? Get good. No, no, it's not a get good, I promise. And look, I mean, I don't know if you were here before, Randomly Awesome, but I was just talking about how, like, this map is completely flat. Other than the obvious jumps and levels, right? It's like down and then down. Everything else, like all this terrain is flat. And it's only recently that I had Madgaz, the absolute legend, teach me how to do patchwork and make things like actually varied in terms of like looking natural and make the sand actually look like sand. And so I'm still learning things to this day. You know, I'm still having people teach me things and I've got a lot to still learn. But I think, I don't know, I grew up liking art. I'm a photographer by trade. Like that's what I do for a living. And so I think just composition and like, I guess the idea of what catches the eye is something that is already ingrained in me. And so I think this style, like interior design, like Thyson said, is something that comes quite naturally. And so for me, it's less of a what looks good and more of a like a how do I make this look good? How do I use the tools to make something that looks good? I feel like interior design is the most difficult part of visualizing an environment for me. Yeah, I think that's what a lot of people struggle with, myself included. Like this doesn't just like happen, you know. I have to figure it out step by step and piece by piece. I think I'm gonna put a Shadows of Evil crate right there, by the way. I hope this is the right one. One of them turns into a person in game. It's funny. For some reason, one of the Shadows of Evil crates, because there's two. There's the static mod or just the mod. The breakable one. Okay, yeah. So the breakable one just turns into a person. It's so funny. I have one here. Oops. And I had the wrong one. Chilling there. And so I came into the game and there was just a dude standing at the thing. Kind of jump scared me a little bit. But a twist. As someone who also works in the world of camera, my perception is so built on what the camera is seeing. So trying to imagine interior outside of those bonds, of the bounds, is tough for me. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. It's like you're looking here and you're like, you know, bit of depth of field in there. You're like, okay, this shot looks good, but then you zoom out and you're like, okay, this is a mess, you know. And so you gotta figure it out. But I guess I look at every space in its own right. Like, okay, I want this shot to look good, so we're gonna make it look good from this angle. I want this shot to look good, and then you just kind of iterate through everything, and you know. It's kind of like this very beginning area, that secret room. My goal was, how do I make it look good from right here? And then I made it look what I think is good. And then it's like, okay, well now it needs to look good from this side as well. So you add things to it, you shift things around, you put things in places, but you know. It definitely just takes time and patience and iteration. You know, there's been many times that I've made something I thought looked good, and then I look at it from a different angle. I'm like, this looks dumb. But just gotta get back on the horse and keep making things. All right, let's take these, move them all over here. Already level. That's good. Sorry, I didn't have a clear answer for you. Randomly Awesome. Instead, I just waffled on for a bit. I do that a lot. My apologies. I mean, I think a good principle that I like to hold on to is nothing looks good on its own. Nothing looks good by itself. It all needs supporting objects around it. For example, if I put this pot just right here in the middle and stick it out a little bit, it just kind of looks, it sticks out like a sore thumb. It looks kind of silly. But if I go and put it next to the leg of the thing here, and underneath this, it gives it a bit more purpose. It kind of fills in the space a little bit. And makes it look a bit more lived in, a bit more natural. Like someone might have actually plopped it there. So, you know, if you look in your house, like, you don't put the couch in the middle of the living room. You put it up against the wall, next to like a table. Not just because it's practical, but also because it looks nice. If you just put something in the middle of the floor, that's not designed to be in the middle of the floor, like a rug, then it's just not going to look good. All good. I find using reference images like drawings helps a lot, but there's like a certain quality maps have that I simply cannot understand the level of detail / quality they get to. That's fair. This is, you know, I look at the maps that are just incredible, like Call of the Dead, the Die Rise, Mob of the Dead remastered, all that kind of stuff. Obviously they're remakes, and so they're unoriginal in terms of ideas, but they're very original in terms of how they detailed the space. I promise you, they might look like they're just copying what they did already, but no, they're not. They're so original in how they've done it. And I'm like, the fidelity is insane. I could not recreate that. And I guess some people might look at this and be like, wow, the fidelity is insane. But I'm sure there are lots of mappers who look at this and they're like, oh, the fidelity is kind of lacking. They could add so much more. In fact, that's what Madgaz did. He looked at my map and was like, hey, bro, let me help you make this better. Which is a nice way of saying, hey, bro, the fidelity is lacking. You know, which I appreciate, by the way, not complaining at all. I fully appreciate that. I would rather someone be like, hey, bro, this is how you can improve it than just stay quiet, you know? Any day of the week. Any day of the week, I'm much more inclined to grab some constructive criticism from someone who knows better than sit on my high horse of like, I know what I'm doing. This is my map, you know? None of that. None of that. If you don't want to grow, then avoid criticism. Constructive criticism, of course. There's a level of like just being disrespectful and being nasty, but Madgaz was not like that at all. He was nothing but loving, nothing but, hey bro, I want to see this grow. I want to see you grow in your mapping ability. Nothing but a legend, Mr. Madgaz. Exactly, like the big remakes, I just don't get how they get to that level. Yeah, I think lighting plays a big part in it, for sure. But of course, I'm sure there are techniques and things that I've just not even heard of that they're just mastering, you know, doing so well. And I'm just sitting here like putting pots and things around. But everyone's got their strengths. And you made canvas, bro. I wouldn't even know how to put the mechanics together, the scripting that you did to make canvas. Like, that's sick. That's an awesome level of scripting and stuff that I don't know how to get there yet. And so hopefully I will one day, but right now I don't know how to get there. My idea for this is to have it leaning up against this little thing. Let's push this back slightly. Up a little bit. Yeah, cool. Good. Have it leaning that. Dog is making weird noises. Don't you vomit, punk. Take it outside. He's an old boy. 10 years old. to do is get back that fire back. This is something that can sometimes be frustrating, is trying to get this camera to work with you. Sometimes it's a bit annoying. That looks good though. Very cool. I genuinely think Canvas is a Treyarch level map concept. There you go. Come on. That's high praise. I've been expecting them to do a map like that. Enter various paintings for years. True. How has that not been done? Thanks. That's very nice. If you need any help or whatever with scripts, I'd be happy to help. I'm not saying I'm the best at them, but no, hey, you did great in Canvas, so I'd love to. By the way, guys, there is a Discord that I have. Feel free to join it if you want. Otherwise, I do hang out in the modding Discord pretty frequently, so feel free to shoot me a message or chat or anything like that. I love to hang out with people. And you can also... I'll post in there when I'm going to be live streaming and stuff like that, if you're not already part of it. So, shameless plug. Wonder if I could, like... It won't look terrible. Plop this on the crate. Might look bad because those hanging bits, but... Yeah, I think the hanging bits would be a bit of an issue. That's alright. I'll probably put this on a wall somewhere. I'll put it over here for now. The movement in Radiant drives me crazy. Yeah, it's so annoying sometimes, but... I've gotten used to the controls and everything. I'm pretty much... Like, that's just not an issue. But, the way that it moves in cubes, I guess, it's like if I want to move slightly further away, I'm like... Maybe my sensitivity is too high, but I'm just constantly, like, flying into objects and things. My wife was, watching me map not long ago, and she got motion sick. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Might plop this jar. Yeah. I guess this is an opportunity to talk a little bit about, like, what can help with variation. It's like we've got this jar here, which is in two pieces. The lid and the jar. And so if we grab those, go top-down view. A good thing you can do is, like, put one in the back here. Maybe a bit further over. Like that. And then grab the second one without the lid. Duplicate it. Plop it here. So you're like, okay, cool. There's the one without the lid right next to it. And then grab the lid. Duplicate that. And then plop it on the floor. As like a, oh, it fell off. Like that. There's the lid on the floor. And then maybe even if you want to go the extra mile, which I probably will. Have it so that it fell off, you know? Just like that. Boom. On the floor. And now at a glance, most people can figure out, hold on a minute. That fell off there. Boom. Because to put the lid on the floor with no context, you might be like, ah, it's just the lid on the floor. That's kind of silly. But, I don't know, putting the jar there that the lid's fallen off of, next to the one that clearly has a lid on it. I don't know, to me that's like, that's some context as to why something is sitting there, you know? I don't know. That's my attempt to teach someone something today. I might plop. Ooh, not really how I wanted to do it, but that'll do. Plop this bad boy on this, I think. This is a really nice pot. I might add this to other places in the map as well. Environmental storytelling important on both the overt and minute scale. Yeah, I guess that is like a small example of environmental storytelling. Even if it is very basic. That's such a nice pot. Oh my goodness. I want one of those in my house. Pop that there. It's good. Yeah, I think a big thing for me that really helps is layering things. You know? Where it's not just everything next to each other, but things are behind or in front or fallen over or this or that. And, you know, even just little things like, let's give this one a rotate. So you can see the shape of the jar better, you know? Might do nothing, might do something, but I like it. If I had infinite money, my house would be like a museum with rooms made up of different cultural architecture. Like a bedroom that just looks like an Egyptian tomb. That'd be so sick, like a museum house. That'd be cool. You know what? If I had infinite money, I would be making my own Call of Duty Zombies right now. I'd have a studio. I'd have the vision of making a zombies mode that doesn't let everyone down. I'm actually a fan of Black Ops 7, of modern zombies. I thoroughly have enjoyed my time so far. But yeah. My dream would be to make a studio that makes our own high quality first-person shooter zombie horde mode. Filled with Easter eggs, filled with storylines, quests, all that kind of stuff. Like a custom zombies map, but a game of it, you know, with my own lore, my own story. I would froth that stuff. Actually, a couple things I wanted to grab quickly. Go back to table. Like a side table to plop this plant on, I think would be cool. That's not bad, but it doesn't really fit the theme, I don't think. Oh. No, we could get away with it. We hide it back here enough. Pop it back here. Give it a twist. Everything being square is unnatural. Because this is a design principle that Jason Blundell taught me. Because video games do operate in perfect squares. Perfect measurements, but real life does not. And so when something is a perfect square, it actually triggers our uncanny valley sense and makes our brains go, something's not right there. I think it's fun. Fun fact. All right, then we'll put something in front of there to cover it. But what I wanted to grab, I guess here's the beginnings of the clutter of this space. Let's just for a moment, just to get it out of the way. Plop this bad boy like, I don't know. Here, I guess. On the wall. Just to get out of the way for now. As a very vocal critic of Cold War, I think Black Ops 7 has taken a lot of strides in the right direction. I agree. Cold War was probably my least favorite zombies game of all time. There's some great stuff in there. Toten's a great map. The Wonder Weapons are fantastic. But, yeah, I'm also quite a vocal, like, Cold War was my least favorite zombies. Look, Vanguard does not count. Vanguard's not a zombies game, if anyone says that. Neither is Modern Warfare 3. Those games just don't count for me. But in terms of an actual zombies round-based experience, Cold War is probably my least favorite. That's quite controversial. I know a lot of people love it, but that's okay. You're allowed to love it. Especially in terms of art direction. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Volcano map looks cool. It does look pretty cool. I saw that today, actually. I saw the teaser for that this morning. Looks very cool. Consider me intrigued. That's a struggle I've been having with my maps. Like, it's a mini Shadows of Evil remake based on New York City. The problem with New York City is it's a gridlocked city, so it's all the squares and lines. Yeah, it's true. But there are things you can do to change that up. Having imperfections is a big one. Like when you're designing a building, have it ever so slightly not square. Or when you're designing sidewalks, put chunks of the road taken out so it takes away like the perfection of it, you know. Unless you're going for an uncanny feeling. Like if you want your map to look like it's uncanny and give like an unease to it, give it all these straight lines and everything, but you'd have to detail it in other ways, otherwise it will just look fake. The art direction I feel has taken a downturn after Black Ops 4, 100%. Even Black Ops 4, I wasn't a huge fan of. Yeah, bit cartoony. I agree. Took a little bit of a cartoony look, but yeah, I think with Black Ops 4, it was a choice in art direction. Whereas I feel with Cold War and some of the other maps, it was a lack of art direction. That kind of sealed the deal. Cool. So this is looking nice. I'm kind of liking where this is going at the moment. I like the art direction in the Chaos maps of Black Ops 4, not so much the Ether ones. True. Yo, I saw someone's Patreon recently. They're making an Ancient Evil remake. Oh my gosh, if they pull that off, it's going to be insane. Let's go ahead and grab a rug. That's what I was looking for. These bad boys, yeah. This is what I was thinking of. A rug in this place would look sick. And again, let's make it imperfect. Let's use the shaping of it, because you see it's like folded up. Let's use the shaping of it to our advantage by having it up against PhD like that. And imperfect. I wish whoever is doing that good luck. Me too. Me too. Wish them good luck. You know the Kratos meme where he shouts Zeus, or shouts at Zeus? That's me, but asking for an official Ancient Evil remake. Oh my gosh, could you imagine Ancient Evil in a modern engine? I would love for them to wait, though. Because I truly believe that the next game is going to be unreal in terms of its quality, fidelity, all those things. Actually wondering if I change what I just said. Put the rug right in the middle like this. To kind of lead you into the space. Lead you up towards PhD. And then just put something here to kind of give you the why this is all scruffed up. Are you implementing special rounds with dust storms? Any underwater areas? I don't have any plans for any underwater areas, but it's not off the table. At the moment, my special rounds are the toxic zombies from Wet Egg. I think they're from Wet Egg. Very cool. Changed a couple little things on them to make them a bit scarier, a bit faster as well. Very cool. Very well ported as well from Black Ops 6, I think. And I guess 7 as well with... Were they in the Paradox map? Maybe, I don't know. Oh no, the hounds were. Anyway. Very cool. But currently there's no skybox change. I'd love to bring in a sandstorm. I just don't know how to do that. So if anyone knows how to make a good sandstorm, bring in on the special rounds, then hit me up. I'd love to do exactly that. I think this looked better. I had it before. Lots of undos. Yeah, I think that looks good. I think that looks nice. I know it's not exactly a controversial opinion, but if Ancient Evil or all the Black Ops 4 maps were in had Black Ops 3 perks and not... Yeah, I agree. Black Ops 3 perks and not a jumbled mess of HUD, it would be looked upon so much better. Yeah, I have... actually have it uninstalled now, but for a while I was playing Black Ops 4 again using a mod that makes the HUD basically Black Ops 1's HUD with like a couple extras, and oh my goodness, those maps... The HUD actually takes so much away from them. It's unreal how much it takes away from them. I wish I had the videos that I took, because I took some videos to send to my friend, but oh my goodness, Black Ops 4 with a good HUD changes the game. I like the toxic zombie rounds. It's more of a challenge than dogs. Yeah, agreed. Much more. Personally, I think it's one of the best zombies maps of all time, even with all the Black Ops 4 styling. Ancient Evil, I agree. Ancient Evil is such a good map that despite Black Ops 4 systems, it's still S tier. That's how good of a map it is. Such a shame that, you know, the Black Ops 4 life cycle fell apart then. And we didn't get any more. This is not a bad rug. Oh, you prefer Dead of the Night? That's fair. I think for a while, actually, Dead of the Night was my favorite, but I ended up going back to Ancient Evil, but totally respectable. I flippin' love Dead of the Night. How to implement rugs. Might just go with the 1 for now. Going from Ancient Evil to Alpha Omega is the wildest whiplash. Oh my gosh, don't get me started. It's not my least favorite map, but it's my least favorite map release of all time. Like, that map did so much damage to the zombies community. Oh my goodness. It's great lore in the map. We'll give it that. Oh my goodness. If Dead of the Night wasn't so complex in the part / Easter egg system, it probably would be one of the best maps ever made. Perfect theme, so beautiful. Yeah, I can get behind that. I think for me, needing to memorize everything, which I'm happy to do. You know, I still know everything in Origins, or most things. And same with Dead of the Night. I can probably still get through the Easter egg by memory. But it is obviously hard for new players. I think, for me, the vampires were really annoying. I think that might be my least favorite part. Vampires. I know you can get the stake and the crossbow, and that makes easy work of them. It's just a lot of work to like make the map more enjoyable. But if you like the difficulty of it, I can see you enjoying the vampires. But for me, they were just a bit much. I'm just gonna build the lighting quick to see some of the shadows being cast by some of these objects and see if there are shadows being cast by them. See how it looks. It'll take a while. It's a collectathon, a lot of buildables. Yeah, which some people might love. Black Ops 3 Easter egg style was the best. Just making it flow naturally is the most enjoyable for me versus making them super complex. Yeah, I think like Jason Blunder was talking about in the recent streams, it did go a little bit overboard, I think. I think he loves it, and I think he thought it was perfect to go complex with Black Ops 4. I think for the majority of people, maybe it was a bit too much. But I guess each to their own, right? Waiting for this lighting to build. I added a zombie spawn on top of this building, which I think is fun. It doesn't work yet because the zone's not set up, but it's there. Almost done. When this little thing stops being red and goes either green or yellow, that's how we know we're done. I really love Dead of the Night's Easter egg. Designing it in 3 branches whose steps can be completed concurrently makes it flow so well. You just bounce from step to step. I did really love the Easter egg. That was one of the few Black Ops 4 Easter eggs that I did multiple times. I did Blood of the Dead maybe like 2 or 3 times. I did Voyage of Despair a lot of times just because we kept failing the boss fight. And we had to, it took us like 5 tries to beat the boss fight. Dead of the Night was probably one of the only maps. I think Dead of the Night, Agent Evil are the 2 maps that we did the Easter egg multiple times for fun. Not just because we felt like we had to. They're not casting lots of shadows. It's fine. Because the light's kind of dodging them. The light's kind of coming in this way. But that's okay. Oh yeah, that's a hot take. And I agree with it. Zetsubo's Easter egg is my favorite in Black Ops 3. I don't know if that's controversial anymore or not. I think it definitely was at some point, but I think people have grown to love it. But for a long time now, my favorite Easter egg in Black Ops 3 is Zetsubo no Shima's. I like the Zetsubo Easter egg too, except the boss fight. The boss fight's a little bit lacking, I agree. I agree. Especially compared to like the Gorod Krovi one. Oh my goodness. What a boss fight. Delusional. That's fair. I understand if you're not a fan of Zetsubo. I froth it. I love Zetsubo. Zetsubo is one of my favorite maps of all time. Now that is a collectathon map, but I just love it. Oh man, such a good map. Alrighty, I think it's time to figure out what the heck that light bleeding is coming from, but also to add some light sources in here to make it look less flat. Some candles or some 115 rocks. Maybe behind Shadows of Evil. That's fair. Shadows of Evil's a phenomenal map. For a while, it was my favorite map of all time. But now I don't even know what my favorite map is anymore, man. I feel like my opinions change so quickly. Doesn't look like there are any other rugs. Oh, it's zebra skin, giraffe skin rugs. Oh, these rugs look ugly. They're like futuristic rugs. This one looks alright. What are you? Oh, no, I take that back. Ugly. Persian rugs. We love Persian rugs. That looks good. That looks good. And I like that it's under the other rug we've got. I think that's good. Literally just like that. This kind of like directs the player as well. It's like, here are your options. Go get the perk or get the heck out of here. That looks good. Big fan. We're going to keep those rugs. Blundell explained that Zetsubo is a map, is always asking you to think about a plan. Think about and plan around some aspect. Yeah, it's true. Keeps you busy. And that appeals to me personally. It also appeals to me. I like being busy in my games. I like maps like Mob of the Dead, Shadows of Evil, Zetsubo no Shima, Origins, where you can always be doing something whilst trying to survive. The flow is amazing in those maps. I agree. I agree. And that's something I'd like to have going on in this map as well. I'd like for it to feel like an Origins, which is a huge thing to say, I know, but feel like an Origins in terms of like, there's always something going on with this step or this upgrade or that upgrade. And that's why I need some people to help me with scripting, because right now it's just a good, pretty box, but one day it's going to be full of things. I've got some things added in already, like I've got dragon heads, which are broken, but I'll fix them. They were working perfectly before. Soul boxes, you know, cool weapons and things, stuff like that. But obviously I want to add lots more. I want it to be jam-packed with features and things to do and to collect. I don't personally mind the Zetsubo split power system. Yeah, it's one of its weaker things, in my opinion. Never understood its criticism. But conversely, I really like that Shadow's rituals are a slog. You like that they're a slog? That's funny. Funny. I never really found them to be a slog. I don't know, maybe in repeat, like if you die a bunch and then you have to keep going back. I feel like that could be annoying, but I haven't found them to be an issue. I kind of always found them to be alright. I was like, it's fine. They're just, you just do them. Guys, I'm model spamming. I'm putting a second box of potatoes down. I know. I know. Who is this guy? He's a model spammer. Somebody cancel him. A round perch. Could be good to throw it in a corner. Like that. Oh, look at that. That gives some depth. I like that. It's nice. Let's go further in the corner though. Like that. Nice. I like that. That's a yes from me. I'm very anti-soul boxes in the year 2026. I'm so tired of how much they appear, not only in official maps, but custom maps. Yeah, it's because they're very easy, right? They're accessible, they're easy, they are tried and true. So I can definitely understand the hesitation to get excited over that kind of thing. How big is that rug? That's a big rug, okay. Well, we can put it in here, we can lean it up against the wall. That'll look good. Literally just like that. Basically ready to go. I can literally stay right there, that looks good. The final boss gonna be a Sphinx lol? I have no idea what the final boss would be. Breaking things. I have some ideas, but it all comes down to modeling, which I don't know how to do modeling. Like I've never used any 3D modeling applications. Scripting, animations, all that kind of stuff. A custom boss would be amazing, but I'd have to be able to afford to hire someone to do that, and that might not be possible. So I can't promise a fully custom boss, but that would be amazing. That would be very, very cool, and I would love to see that happen. Their rolled rug hanging out here. Plopping that right in there could be pretty cool. Angle. And then that. Lovely. Not touching the top, is it? Oh, it is. Wait, what's that thing on it? Oh. That technically works. That's not touching the top at all. Like that. Love it. And then we can bring this back a little bit. I like that. I don't think anyone has ported the Scorpion or Homunculus yet. Someone just ported the Homunculus. Literally. Let's go to the modding Discord. One just ported that. Like 2 days ago. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah, right here. There he is. There he is. Let's make it full screen. Look at that. Sick. Anyway. That's awesome work. Yeah, did really well. Did really well. So keen to see that. And like, if he makes that public as well, that's going in this map. If he makes that public, it's going in this map. Because, like, that just fits the theme, you know? That just fits the theme of this map. Homunculus, it's not necessarily Egyptian, but it's got way more of a vibe to it than, like, Monkey Bombs. And right now, I've got the Little Arnies in, and they're great. They're awesome. But the Homunculus is, like, Little Arnies, but in theme. And so if he makes that public, I will be getting that 1000%. I might even message him and ask if he's keen for me to put it into my map. But yeah. Giganese as well. That's the Ancient Evil mini boss. Yeah, that thing's sick. Oh, Genghis Khan apparently. Wait, what does that mean? I know who that is, but I don't understand. I don't understand. What's the time? 12:24. I've probably got like half an hour before I gotta go. But this has been fun. You know, we actually got some work done. I thought I might just yap the whole time and get nothing done. But we got some work done, which is fun. And I really enjoyed this. This is a fun live stream. Blundell revealed in one of the streams that the vague lore inspiration for the homunculus was Genghis Khan. I missed that part of the live stream. That's hilarious. Now I'm wondering, what can I place around in that room that's not going to be too jarring? I love this, by the way, like the pillar falling over. I just thought it looked really cool. Plopping that there. But like, I was like, how can I block this area off that's not just like more models that I've repeated already, like barrels and boxes and things. This was a good idea, having the pillar that looks like it's fallen over. And it's like, even down to it's caught on this wall here by this little bit. Well, it's not touching. Ooh, by this little bit here, which I think is really cool. And on this rock. I love it. That kind of stuff makes me happy. When things work out. These dudes being here, I like those. So this is nice. This has come along. I'd love for him to make it in the map. Make it in the map, so hopefully the creator will let you use it. I'd love for him to make it in the map. So hopefully the creator... I don't understand that. As in, like, you're hoping that I can use it, basically? Me too. I would love to be able to use it. The homunculus. Oh, yes. Yep, I agree. It'd be awesome. Do you know what this space right here is missing? Blood. Missing blood. Make a patch. Patch. How do I do this? Brain patch? Yes, that's it. Alright. Grab this. Flatten it right down. Boom. There. Alright. Here, twist it a little bit. And then we go to textures. We get some blood. Find some blood, hey? To plop in here. That one looks alright. Yep. And then you got to go to the surface inspector and set it so that it's not a bunch of collections. Just one. Then let's... Ooh, not what I want to do. Oh, I'm breaking things. Rotate it. Ah. Interesting. Need to be like one space higher. No, it's just kind of like... I just have to pick a different texture. You could also patch the whole thing and then just make like my own blood if we want. I like how Jason explained how they use blood trails and things to tell a story versus just dialogue. Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, man, Jason is just a mastermind. About that, if we grab this one. Set it. Rotate. That look. That looks pretty good. Not bad at all. Got that there. Yeah, I like how they do things like putting handprints in certain areas. Like, I should probably, in fact, put a bunch of blood handprints right here to kind of show that the zombies are climbing back up this area. Because I don't think I've added it yet. No, I haven't. But I'll add a traversal. These are traversals for the zombies to climb up this and be able to go back through here. If you jump over here to get back into this area, the only way the zombies are going to be able to get to you is to walk all the way around. So if I add a traversal, they can jump up over this, which I think would make sense. So let's do that together in Radiant here. Saw those blood hands before. There was like a collection of them. Where are they? These ones. These ones will look good, I think. Let's go ahead and get distracted together, hey? Any Egypt UFO conspiracy lore plans? Actually, nothing yet, but, you know, nothing's done. So, the potential is there. I'll tell you that for free. Yeah, cool. So that's the correct face, patch, terrain, boom. Even stuff like this. Yeah, it is. Like, I never knew how to do any of this stuff in my original map. This is all stuff that I like learned how to do afterwards. A lot of fun. All right, let's set. Not what we wanted. Now that is the hard part, is that the surface is uneven. Will it even look good? I don't know. I think that's literally as close as we can get to it. Yeah, any closer and it starts falling in. You could try a volume decal if you're getting unevenness, right? I don't know. How does volume decal work? As in, like, holding it? You're now speaking language I don't understand. Also, I should cut that off. So, oh, that takes it down. Sad. Slice it. Anything? Can't slice them. I think if I go surface inspector down, I think I can raise it, right? Horizontal shift, vertical shift. Oh, did it. So let's go 0. Right, a bit less. 0.18. 0.15. That's good. There we are. It's under Entity Browser, where it applies a decal on models and brushes. Really? I had no idea. If you ever need to... Well, that looks good to me either way. If you ever need to apply a decal to something that isn't perfectly flat, like a volume decal, a volume decal would do that. All right, let's figure that out. We'll leave that there for now, but we'll do it here as well and see if we can make it happen. So, under Entity Browser, was it? Entity Browser, volume decal. Decal. So I whip it out. Oh. How does this work? Ooh, how does this work? This looks fancy. I'll rotate it until you see the default texture. All right. Like the arrow is facing that way. Don't see it anywhere. Huh. Maybe because I clicked the texture, it's broken. In-game view. What? What have I done, guys? Oh no. Broke it already. Nope. Nope. Okay. Oh, because I'm in rotate mode, of course. Bring it out here. Interesting. Hmm. It has to be touching the model you want it on. Okay. Let's take you. Scoot you over that way. Grab a fresh one. Pop it in here. Touching this model. Alright, so it's in the model. Let's rotate it. Ah, there it is. There it is, gang. We've done it. Okay. Cool. What's here? I don't know if we're doing a good job of explaining it. No, I got it now. I got it now. Okay, so can I just make it bigger? How do you make it bigger? I had no idea these were a thing. This is amazing. This is gonna change the game. So excited. You can literally drag to make it bigger? I just read that. Moving it. Use the green and blue arrows. Doesn't that just move it? That just moves it. Oh, little boxes in front of it. That makes it bigger. Oh, yes. Yes. Then I guess just, well. Guys, you're my heroes. Get rid of that thing. Kind of goobo did that thing. We'll go -35. I didn't do it. Negative. Okay, that's fine. Doesn't want to work. That's true. Go. Bit wider. No, to be honest, where it was probably really good. Move it to the right a little bit. Oh my gosh. You guys are my heroes. And there's also a settings you can go into that makes it transparent on the sides. Wait, because it's not, but it's not showing up here. That's good. But I guess you can make it so that it shows up on all sides. I don't know. Oh, guys, thank you so much. That's so sick. That's actually going to change the game for me. Holy moly. I had no idea you could do that. I had no idea. Awesome. Thank you for that, guys. That's much better than doing it the way I was doing it. When I learn stuff like that, I'm just like, this is it. Got a whole new like realm unlocked to me, you know? Very cool. Alrighty, well. Might start wrapping up the live stream. We're kind of coming to the end of my time. I think I've kind of gone over a little bit, but that's okay. But that was so fun. We made some progress today. This is starting to become a room, the beginnings of a room. And we put this here, which is very cool. Learned a new technique. They almost make you think it can be mantled up. True. True. But it can't. Nah, I think it'll just be cool to have those there for the zombies to, you know, zombies are able to climb up. Just a little bit of extra storytelling, you know. This area is not detailed very well yet, but I'll be detailing all this anyway. Adding some things around. So I think they'll look a little bit less out of place once the detailing's all. But yeah, this area is very roughly detailed in a beginning sense, but yeah. Very cool. We've made some progress today, guys. There you go. Now when you see the next update, you can be like, I was there. So cool. Next update's probably coming early next week, which will be good. I'm very excited. Thanks for the stream. A lot of fun. I had so much fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. And this went way better than I thought it could go. You know, I thought it would be fun, but I didn't think it would have a whole bunch of people coming and hanging out and chatting about zombies and life and all that stuff. And so, yeah, I'm definitely keen to do more of it, do more streams. And yeah, like I put in my community post, if anyone saw that, not to replace the videos, but along with the videos. I still want to do videos every fortnight. But I'd love to stream in between that. Maybe like stream 1 week, video next week, stream 1 week, video next week. Something along the lines of that. Something to keep weekly content going would be cool. Yo! Valga me small. I don't know how to pronounce that. But yo, welcome. Hello, just woke up over here, the other side of the Atlantic. Awesome to see. The map is beautiful. Oh! Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for saying hi. Yeah, today we built out some of this little area here, which is very fun. And the boys just showed me how to put decals on models, which is huge. That's a game changer for me. Because I'd been like just placing them as close as possible. And so that's awesome. That's massive for me. But yeah, so having a lot of fun with it. Building out, this is going to be like the market area. This is a bit of a traversal building to go from A to B. This will all be blocked off. So very cool, but welcome. And I'm sorry that we're ending the stream right now, but great for you to be here anyway. If anyone is here and not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, but I think you all are, which is great. And join the Discord if you want to chat to me or send me ideas or anything like that. We actually had this guy join the Discord recently who has been painting pictures of... In fact, I'll show you. I'll just show you. This is awesome. It's like the coolest thing ever. Blown my mind, really. In this section. I don't know why it did it like that. There we go. Look at this. Once it loads. I believe, Discord, you can do it. Come on. Weird. There we go. He's painted this picture based on my map, which is crazy. I'll scroll up a bit more. Yeah, so there's like this section of my map. And he's painting this picture based off that, off like the stairs going up and the brazier and stuff, which is just like incredible. I never thought that I'd have anything like that happen with something that I created. But I think it's very, very cool. Very exciting. And so, anyway, that's me just nerding out a little bit over some cool things. But I will wrap up the stream now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, for being a part of it all. Yeah, I'm just blown away with the support. That's very cool. Creativity, breeding creativity. Yeah, I know, right? And he was saying as well, I should probably say his name. It's blocked here because I'm in streamer mode. It's Raxapiddle. He's in the Discord. He's a legend. Been chatting a bunch, which is cool. Great artist as well, which is awesome. But yes, I'm blown away by the support, the creativity of the community, and how much everyone is just keen to hang out and learn more together. So, oh, my dogs are barking. Perfect timing. I don't know if you can hear that, but they're barking their heads off. I'll go tell them off in a second. But thank you for hanging out. Thank you for watching. And again, if you want to join the Discord, please do. I'd love to chat and hang out. And also, I have just started a Patreon, which as of right now, is not offering anything. There is a paid tier, but that'll be for things like early access and stuff. Right now, there's nothing much there. But there's also a free tier, so just go and join it and be a part of the community there. I'll try and post screenshots of what I'm working on semi-regularly, so that people can just see in that space. But no obligation at all. It's just if you want to support, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video, which should be early next week. So good. All right. Thanks so much, and I'll see y'all soon. Peace out. Much love.